The beloved Lamborghini Aventador has been around since 2011, which makes it 11 years old. That's as old as my little brother, but in car terms, that is really old. And right now, I want you to just imagine that you're in 2016 when life was good, and around every car from 2011 has gotten a facelift and even a successor within that 5-year lifetime. But fast forward to 2022, which is current day, and the Aventador is still here. But in the past recent months, Lamborghini has been spy testing and planning a successor for their most beloved V12. So in today's video, I'll be going through my entire process of making my renders of the brand new Lamborghini Aventador successor. Now, my renders are not the most in-depth, but you can basically get an idea of what the Aventador successor will look like based on the spy images, because I took one of the spy images, and now after rendering what this will look like, I am more excited than ever about what the Lamborghini Aventador successor will look like. And after seeing my renders, y'all will be just as excited as I was. So if you haven't already, please subscribe down below to help me achieve my dream of becoming a successful YouTuber. I make all types of videos on this channel, from everything from car reviews to vlogs to my personal opinions to in-depth redesigns such as this video, and informative videos and even short videos. So basically every single thing a car guy would want in a YouTube channel. So make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and turn on post notifications so you'll be notified every single time I make a new video. But also in a future video, I will give y'all everything we know so far about the brand new Lamborghini Aventador successor and everything that we know so far about this car. But without further ado, let us jump straight into my renders of the Lamborghini Aventador successor. So when I first started off my renders, it was just one of the spy images, but just a little disclaimer, this was not the actual finished product. But when I made this, it just turned out to be an absolutely ugly creation to the human eye, and like, just you'll see what it looks like right now. But I just restarted the whole thing, just scrapped this one off, and then took one of the other spy images and then just used that.
It's Quandale Dingle here. I have been arrested for multiple crimes.
Okay, so now is the time for the real render. So again, as I said, we took a different spy image from the one that we took before,
which was not really a render. It was just an ugly creation that was just hideous.
But I took the daytime running lights from the Lamborghini Sian FKP37 and then just put it onto here, because as you can see from the spy images, you can clearly see some sort of headlights or daytime running lights that sort of look like the Sian, and then the headlights actually sit up near the fenders or the front fenders, wherever you want to call that place. But we just kind of sort of outlined all the clear body lines that you could see, and it was very hard to tell what kind of body lines that were on the car because of all the camouflage that's on the car. And currently it is still in the development of where the stages of the heavy camouflage is going to be, so we just had to kind of sort of experiment and sort of try to find out exactly which body lines are which, and that took me quite a long time to do. But now we're just adding some color to the car because I don't really want to add any sort of dullness to the render. I want to make it sort of lively. Then we just had to do the reflections, and the reflections and shadows took me a heck of a long time because it's so hard to tell where the reflections are going because of all the camouflage that's on the car. So that just took me, I don't know, probably like 12 hours in total just to do the reflections. So yeah, I work a little bit too hard on this channel. So just subscribe down below and turn on the notification bell. And you also would not want to miss my renders of the Pagani C10, which is the JOYRIDE successor. So make sure you stay tuned for that, and you'll have to turn on the notification bell for that so you will not miss it. But we just kind of added some sort of headlamps that kind of looked like... But speaking of the headlights, the daytime running lights, which are these little Y strips that are going on, they actually kind of sort of represent the Sian. But the Sians, it kind of lays in sort of near the middle of the car in the front bumper. But these, as you can see, it kind of like lays on the sides of the car near the front fenders and the front wheels. It's a very hard thing to understand the way I explained it, but you can basically see as I am visualizing it here in this render. Now let's just talk about the Lamborghini Aventador successor or replacement's design. So you can see this weird looking intake that's going on the side, and this kind of looks like the Lamborghini CENTINARIO, which we just got to film. And actually for my birthday a few weeks ago, I got surprised with the Lamborghini Centinario Roadster, so make sure you stay tuned for the video. But you have these little fins going on inside of the intakes, and it kind of reminds me of the Scion FKP37, but we also kind of have a similar overall shape to the Lamborghini Aventador, which was the original one that I'm talking about. But then you have kind of sort of this hypercar looking-ish Lamborghini design that's going on in the entirety of the car. But in the front, that's where it kind of sort of looks like an Aventador that's like modified by 1016 Industries or something. But I don't know, that's just my assumptions, and these renders are just my assumptions. But we can basically just wait for probably a year and a half or so when the full car gets revealed. At least I hope that's when it gets revealed, because the Aventador replacement has been delayed so many times so far already, and like I don't even have a clear idea of when it's going to be revealed fully. But I hope it's just in the near future. But so let's just talk about the powertrain. So this will have a hybridized naturally aspirated V12. So it'll have a naturally aspirated V12, and then it will just have an electric motor or a few electric motors paired with that V12 engine just to meet emission regulations. And it will also help with performance. But one drawback of that is that it will also be a pretty heavy car. And the standard Aventador LP700-4, that was already a pretty heavy car, weighing in at I think around almost 4,000 pounds, which is not very good for a supercar. Even the SVJ, which is the most stripped down version of the Aventador, it still weighs like I think 3,600, 700 pounds. That's really heavy still, even for a stripped down version of the car. But now we are getting closer to the end result of this rendering, and as you can see, I'm just putting the cut lines on the car, which are for like the front hood, the front fenders, all the body panels that are different. We also have the doors, we have the rear fenders, we have sort of these sort of intakes that are going on behind what's it called, the greenhouse. But yeah, that's basically what we have to do. And also the wheels were a pain in the butt to figure out, because we do not know anything of how the wheels are going to look like and what wheels will actually look good at the right speeds on this car. And it was very hard to find images. I had to do it like 5 attempts, and it was just very, very hard for me to do. I work a little bit too hard, so please subscribe. But then we were just basically putting the finishing touches, and I also did have to put on my logos for this because I did not want anybody to steal this render and just post it on their accounts for clout, because like it's mine and I put like 24 hours of work just into making this one video. Not even this video, that's just like for making the renders. This whole video took me like probably a week to edit in total. But yeah, I'm just gonna shut up for now so you can just listen to the rest of the video and just listen to the music that's gonna play in the background. So I'm gonna shut up, bye. Alright, we are officially done with my renders of the Lamborghini Aventador replacement. So here is the image of the spy shots before the render, and here is the spy shots of the image after the render, and when I just finished the whole entire thing. And again, I am not the best at rendering, but you can basically get an idea of what the Aventador replacement will look like. And as I said, the Aventador is my favorite car in the entire world, next to the Ferrari 488 Spider by Novitec.
Quandale Dingle here. I have been arrested for multiple crimes, including battery on a police officer, grand theft, declaring war on Italy, and public indecency. I will be escaping prison.
But yeah, that is basically it for today's video. If you did enjoy today's video, please give it a like and subscribe down below if you haven't already. And tell me what you think about my renders of the upcoming Lamborghini Aventador Successor. If you haven't already, please subscribe down below to help me achieve my dream of becoming a successful YouTuber. I make all types of videos on this channel, from everything from car reviews to vlogs to my personal opinions to in-depth redesigns such as this video, to even informative videos and short videos. So basically basically every single thing a car guy would want in a YouTube channel. So make sure you turn on post notifications so you won't miss another single video that I will make. I have tons of reviews coming up with so many cool cars. But stay tuned for my full video about everything that we know so far about the new Lamborghini Aventador Successor, because I will share all my opinions about this car, and they are very interesting opinions and maybe a little bit controversial, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But again, these renders were not the best renders. I just had to do this very quickly so I can make this video because the spy photos and everything, and then more people are starting to do renders, so I wanted to get this video out as soon as possible. But I do hope to see you in a future video, and bye for now.